What's up, everybody? Give me a second. Let me do some sharing. What's up, Antonio Morrison? Yeah, Melanin kind of went to sleep. The Melanin teachers kind of went to sleep again. So y'all wake them back up. Just give me a second here. What up, John D? What's up, Miss Mimi? I'm just sharing, Fundi Faye. Shit, this shit take a moment. Then I'm going in. Just give me a second. And here we go. What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to teach y'all the secrets of melanin. Or what they call in the Bible, the treasures of darkness. Now, melanin is a interesting term because it has so many meanings and so much of a science to it. But today I'm gonna give y'all the main things that y'all need, and I'm gonna give y'all the exercise to tap into your melanin. So how about we get to it? Now, the first aspect of our melanin is we're gonna start with the physical. How about that? How melanin works as a chemical through your body. Now you have what we like to call in anatomical sciences the propio melanocortin signaling system. And this system works with the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland to regulate melanocytes throughout your body. Now, what these melanocytes are is pretty much the dark intelligence that regulates energy intake, energy regulation, energetic balance, and energy output in the body. So interestingly enough, they telling you that melanin controls the energetic flow of your physical body. And it's just a chemical. We hadn't even gotten to the spiritual side of the equation. Another thing, the propio melanocortin signaling system, or just melanocortin signaling system, is that let's see here. What it also does is it actually works with your brainwave patterns. You have MSH, which is melanocytes, but then you have, if you learn how to read the scientific jargon, they have like MSH or melanocytes, which is alpha, beta melanocytes, and then they got Y, which is gamma. Now, what's happening here is there are different brain waves or states of brain patterns in your body, and they go from REM sleep all the way up to gamma. And the physical aspect of your melanin deals mainly with alpha on up, alpha, beta, and gamma. And gamma, they actually took that for some reason that brain wave off the list. They seem to have taken it off because if you ever studied the gamma brainwave pattern, you learn that you see gamma brain waves when you're using all 100% of your brain, or all of your melanin at once is active. So they took that off. They only give you beta on down to REM sleep. Now below alpha, you get into your spiritual melanin, which I'll discuss in a moment. Now, the production of melanocytes, their process to create them, because melanocytes create the pigments in your body, is called melanogenesis. So this is that dark force, that true dark force, that true dark jazzy intelligence in your body. So that's what melanin does, is chaotic intelligence that flows all through you and give you new information. It also absorbs sunlight to produce vitamin D, and it also absorbs sunlight because the sun is a satellite, and when it absorbs, and when that information absorbs through your body into your melanin, then it triggers a euphoric state, because now your melanin is supercharged from the sun's rays. So that's how physical melanin works. Also, you got a lot of things going on with this propio melanocortin, since it works with hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Now, the pituitary gland is deep in and of itself, because the pituitary is in Egyptian mythology, Heru's left eye, the moon eye, which is the feminine seat, the feminine consciousness, to counterbalance the pineal gland or Heru's right eye, which is the solar seat or the masculine consciousness. So I don't really hear a lot of people talk about the pituitary gland, but the pituitary gland is what's helping the melanocortin system regulate these melanocytes throughout your body. So it's literally what's feeding the energy in your body. So in other words, pituitary gland is what's working with your melanin to make sure you stay alive for the most part. So as long as you have a decently functioning pituitary gland, and usually your pituitary gland works with your first eye or third eye, as y'all also know it. It works with that, and with that, you're able to tap into chemicals in your brain that deals with DMT, which is dimethyltryptamine, which is your own natural psychedelic. It is chemically what induces visions in your body. So a lot of people miss out on the pituitary gland's teachings, because the pituitary gland is a very magical gland, just like the pineal gland. And they actually work hand in hand with each other, instead of one just doing all the work and the other one not doing anything. You're always going to have a feminine and a masculine energy working together to create harmony within you. This is the old yin and yang teaching. So yeah, let's see. Also, cool thing enough, what this proprio melanocortin also do is it regulates your sexual energy. So the Kundalini awakenings that we have, you can think the hypothalamus, the melanocortin signaling system, and the pituitary gland that's installed inside of you for the regulation of that sexual force, so that you can have that Kundalini sexual arousal, so it can rise up your spine, so that you can gain enlightenment. So yeah, DC Pope, what's up? So yeah. What's happening here is since how that sexual force and all this is related to the pituitary gland and everything, this is how your physical melanin works in your body. Because your body, what your body is a biosuit, or better yet, a biochemical intelligence that works for you while you're on this plane of existence or in this dimension. So that's how it works. Now, that's just physical melanin. That's just the chemical side of it for our physical melanin. Now, when we get to, let me see, make sure I hit all my notes here. When we get to neuromelanin, then we get to the spiritual side of neuromelanin. Now, what is neuromelanin? Neuromelanin is the body's spiritual transmitter that works with cosmic melanin or source melanin to invoke inside of you different spiritual experiences. That's what spiritual melanin or neuromelanin does. It also works with your pineal gland as well. And I already told y'all about DMT, your natural psychedelic. You also have serotonin, which deals with regulating your emotional state. So if DMT invokes the spiritual experience inside of you, then serotonin regulates that emotional state while you having that experience. It's what brings that experience to life, or should I say? So with that being said, once you reach a certain level, not only will the psychic experience you having will literally extend from the spiritual realm to your physical body. Or in other words, whatever happens in spirit can literally affect your physical body if your DMT and your serotonin levels are efficient. Because I know I done woke up with black eyes, fighting in different realms, doing different things, having to battle it out. So you talking about waking up with bruises and stuff like that? Cause you're a magical warrior, psychic warrior. So you getting in them other realms. You had to put them down. So yeah, you just have to do these things. Cause you gotta protect yourself. This magical self-defense too. There's magical self-defense just like there's physical self-defense. So you gotta protect yourself no matter where you at, whether you in this dimension or the next. So then you got melatonin. Now melatonin controls your sleeping patterns, and it also regulates the chemicals in your body while you having these spiritual experiences. So if DMT produces the visions and serotonin produces the emotional state, then melatonin is what allows your body to rest so that you can have these experiences, so that you can go into these different realms and do what you need to do. So you talking about advanced an advanced teaching here when it comes to just your physical body having all these things. The physical body has a lot of secrets in it, and these secrets are there to help you deal with your magical journey. Because in your magical journey, in this magical training ground that you're going through, there will be tests, there will be trials, and there damn sure will be tribulations. So let's see what's next. Let's see here. What else I want to touch on? Let's see. Neuromelanin also activates your psychic abilities. Yeah. Let's get into the psychic abilities, your psychic faculties. Let's go with psychic senses first. Now you have 7 major psychic senses, which is psychic hearing, seeing, of course, feeling. That's empathy. You have intuition, clairvoyance, and then you have claircognizance, which is knowing without knowing. And what is the 7th one? What is the 7th? Psychometry, which is being able to touch the energetic imprint of an object and learn its story. That's that psychic ability. So you have 7 major psychic senses, and these are just your senses here. We're not even talking about your telekinetic abilities. We're not even talking about your abilities to move objects, conjure flames, summon rain, trigger an earthquake, manipulate wind. We're not even talking about those. Those are your telekinetic abilities that I'm gonna get on in just a moment. Now, how do you tap into your melanin? When you close your eyes and you see that darkness inside your eyes, that's the first thing you usually see. You notice how it moves. When you close your eyes, it started to move. That's your melanin activating. That's you utilizing your melanin now. You tapped into your spiritual melanin, your neuromelanin. And I'm gonna touch on what that does in just a second. Is one of the set of things I want to tell you. Now, when your neuromelanin and your melanocortin signaling system, which is your physical melanin, are working in harmony with each other in the body, they produce a third energy. And you know this third energy to be the life force, chi, or the force, as y'all also know it. And there's a whole system on that. They call it the meridian system. That's what the Asians called it. There's a whole system. And what this life force does is it allows you to use your energies in ways you never thought possible. It gives you the power to, like I said, manipulate those objects, manipulate those flames, conjure that rain, or manipulate those rocks outside. However, it gives you this power. And another thing that could, Antonio Mars, could you touch on how the organ / chakra cleansing helps with cleansing these energies? Yeah, chakras, you opening up your chakras and healing each aspect of yourself helps you regulate your energy patterns better. And as far as the organs, your life force, once it gets stronger and stronger, it heals your organs. Because a lot of times the reason why your organs are out of balance is because your chi is out of balance. So what's happening here is when you learn how to utilize this chi, you can do amazing things with it. You can heal yourself. You can heal others. You can do even more miraculous things, like more occult skills, like walk through walls, invisibility, or even teleportation. Those are more occult abilities. Now telekinesis and stuff like that, those are more of your physical abilities that you can see. You can also, the Jedi mind tricks, mental manipulation, hypnosis, casting illusions with your mind, stuff like that. All that comes from harnessing this natural force, this life force. And this force usually comes up from your feet and flows up to the top of your head. And usually different people experience it differently, but the natural clean force is neither hot or cold. It's lukewarm. So, but it's liquid inside your body. It feels like how blood flows through your body, except it's just a lukewarm. You would tell the difference once your psychic senses, your force sense gets better, and you start tuning into this body. So that's the third energy that is unlocked. Let's see here. Another thing I want to tell you is there's a huge connection with melanin and electricity, or electromagnetism, period. And the reason why is your body produces bioelectricity naturally anyway, and biomagnetism. So when there's literally a state, a energetic state that allows you to channel electricity through your body. And if you even get on the level here, you could be like the Emperor in Star Wars, shooting lightning out your fingers. I don't know if y'all ever heard of John Chang from the Mopai lineage out there in Asia. He was able to do these things. If you ever read his book, The Makers of Java. So he was able to conjure fire. He was able to shoot lightning out his fingers, electricity. He was able to do all this. And your melanin has a connection with electricity. Okay, can y'all hear me? Because there was a connection disrupt. Okay. There's a connection because the darkness of space produces an electromagnetic frequency. And your melanin produces an electromagnetic frequency. Space itself is just one big transmitter. How about that? Cosmic melanin, source melanin. It's just one big cosmic intelligence. So you have that inside you. You have that in your innerverse, your internet. How about that? Internet. So since how your melanin is naturally electric, you can produce electricity naturally and energetically. And there's a state of chi, like how what John Chang was tapping into, that they call it the electric chi in the Taoist teachings, and you can literally channel this energy through your body. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. It's a hot thing. I might have to do a video going in on the Kung Fu, Mopai lineages, Taoist lineages, and stuff like that later. So let's see here. So let's see. How about I give y'all the exercise now and explain to y'all how you can tap into this power yourself. You can tap into this because you have source melanin too, which is the true and living melanin, the true dark jazzy intelligence that empowers our universe and creation itself. So you being the child of the creator can tap into this melanin yourself. So I wrote it down. So let me get to that. Here we go. Now you close your eyes and you breathe, inhale for a few seconds, hold your breath for a few seconds, and then exhale for a few seconds, and just relax. And like I said earlier, you notice that the darkness in your mind starts to come alive. This is your melanin activating. This is your true melanin. So since this melanin starts to come alive, as you tune in to this melanin, you start to notice. You tune into this living darkness. You start to notice that it begins to shape itself, and it's starting to become circular, like a wormhole. And as you pay further attention to it, you start to notice that there's these like square rectangular screens that you're passing by, and these images are in motion. These are actually portals to other dimensions that you're seeing, and your imagination is a stargate to allow you to interact with these portals and experience these dimensions. See what I'm saying? So what's happening here is your soul is going to pick the dimension that you need to go to so that you can have the experiences that you need to have to learn lessons and get upgrades. That's how it works. And while you're in these dimensions, you're going to do different things. The lessons that you have are going to be are going to happen according to what type of person you are also. So just like me, I'm more of a warrior type, so a lot of my experience are warrior like. But you also gonna have magical, if you study magic or what are mage, you may have a lot of magical experiences, learning how to use magic in many different ways. If you are more of like a sage, more like a Jedi, then you may have experiences that pertains to that. You may be doing Jedi-like training in those realms. May even go to academies in those different dimensions that are operational, because as y'all notice, they're not any academies on Earth because they've all been destroyed for the most part. So you go to these different academies and learn what you need to learn. And then, interestingly enough, whatever you learn there, it translates over to this dimension. So you may wake up super energized, and that energy that you feeling is your body uploading the experience. Is your consciousness uploading to the experience to this dimension. So say for example, you may went to another dimension and you may have did just physical workout in that dimension, but you come back here tired. That's why, because your body translated those experiences from that dimension where you worked out into this dimension. You see what I'm saying? So you have you're going to be doing a lot of other experiences, a lot of other things. It could be magical, it could be warrior-like, it could be healing. You may be a natural healer, so you might go to other dimensions and learn about herbs and medicines that don't even exist here. But you may either bring back those formulas to yourself to create here. I've even heard different peoples who were sick and they got medicines from other realms and brought it back here. Cross-dimensional alchemy. So you may be more of an agent type, where you doing agent type missions, going around, infiltrating different places, doing different stuff. It all depends on your soul type and what your soul is trying to do to get you to grow and level up. You see what I'm saying? And get stronger. So now sometimes when you complete your training or complete your lessons, the visions are in on their own, and the wormhole will close up, and you'll re-enter your dark space in your mind. So, but if you just wanna, just travel, leisurely, you just wanna go and have some fun, you can also imagine. Start off your meditation and start off in the familiar. You can start off in your living room or your bedroom or outside on your porch. And if you want to go to another dimension, just imagine yourself opening a portal. Now, when you go through this portal, what's going to happen here is you're going to get the treat of seeing that dimension upload before your eyes, materialize in front of you from scratch, and it's gonna blow your mind. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, "Damn, that's something serious there." And you're gonna experience on your journey. You're gonna experience it in two ways. You're either gonna experience it from third person, which is you watching your higher self do work in those other dimensions, or you're gonna experience it from first person, where you are one with your higher self. And y'all doing work together. So there you go. There y'all go. And that's a pretty decent meditative exercise to get you started. And cause I noticed that even though people teach melanin, they don't tell you how to fully connect with it, or what it is, or how it works, or how to use it a lot of times. So I only seen few people who tell you like how to use your melanin, how to actually fully tap into your melanin. So there y'all go. Let me see. Anything else? Nah. So, any other questions? Yeah, DC Pope. You can experience a lot of things in other dimensions. It gets real mythical and magical in other dimensions. So yeah, it gets real crazy. That's why it's important that you do your guided meditations. How you free yourself is going within and experiencing what you need to experience for your soul growth. So you can free yourself from this dimension, this reality, this program. So the Kundalini awakening is really just the beginning. Yeah. Y'all gonna experience things that's gonna blow your mind, and y'all can write them down in notebooks. Y'all can do whatever y'all need to do to convince yourself that it's real, because these experiences are real. Like I said, once you get on the level, these experiences will even affect your physical body, and you in a whole other dimension. Because like they said on the Matrix, when Neo asked when he got hurt in that one particular program for falling from that jump. And he came back and he was hurting. And the reason why he was hurting was because his mind made it real. Like Morpheus told him, like, your mind makes it real. Because Neo didn't think it was real. He thought it was just, him, his mind just doing some things in a so-called other world. And he found out it was the real deal. And he was like, if you die in the Matrix, well, you die in the real world, and Morpheus told him the body can't live without the mind. Now, in these other realms, your soul and spirit are immortal. They can never kill you. Just to let you know that. So y'all good. That was just for movie sake there. Just for dramatic effects in the movie. But here in the real world, your soul and spirit are immortal. They can never kill you. I always remember that. I always have that in the back of your mind when you're doing these missions. And I always remember that your soul will never let anything happen to you in these other realms. You may deal with trials and tribulations, but remember, You have the will and the power and the force to deal with whatever is going on in these realms, whether it's here or somewhere else. So there you go. Roxana Adams, I had a golden Kundalini awakening 2011. I'm still getting my bearings. Yeah, them Kundalini awakenings be serious, because there are many different types of Kundalini awakenings, and there are many different levels of Kundalini awakenings. So they can get real serious. So any other questions? DC Pope energy realms. We are not our bodies. No, we are not our bodies. Our bodies are just vessels, biosuits that we have taken on, or avatars, as you also call them, that we have taken on for this dimension to do work or do what needs to be done, so that we can grow. And once we grow, we can go on to help others grow on their path. So there you go. Any other questions before I get off here? Well, I'm Marvin Jones. This is my Secrets of Melanin video, also known as the Melanin Way or the Treasures of Darkness. And share this with your friends. Let them know what it is. Put the word out. And I'm out.